there's Neoman. When he was a little boy, he was a child laborer. His family was very poor, and he actually
started working at 5.
Yeah, he started
polishing silver,
cleaning silver, right? And he worked very hard, but he had to work because he had to pay for school. So he actually lived and worked at this jewelry company so he could go to school. So he came from that experience, and he created this company so that he could support his family. And what that means is that his children are not going to have to go and work in the factory so that they can go to school.
And it also means he employs 10 to 12 workers. A few of whom are females. He lets the women just work out of their homes so they can be with their families and their children. And the men that he employs are all single men. And he's built basically what's called a compound. So their workshop is on site with this living quarters. And it's absolutely stunning. It's right on a river. He has a huge garden area. His hobby is to garden, so he makes sure there's lots of flowers, and he likes to maintain it and just make it a beautiful space for these people to live in. He's hired somebody to come and cook for them and you know, basically take care of them. He lets them kind of keep their own hours. He's just exactly what we want to see out of the community. So he's trying to make a difference for these men. You know, they're younger and they're single, but he's trying to set them up with good money and a good working experience and good opportunities. So if, you know, they want to go back and, you know, expand and do their own business, or they want to, you know, get married and start their own families, they have a good opportunity now to do that. So it feels really, really great to work with somebody like that who does come from that story and is trying to make a difference in his own community. So obviously, us partnering with him and using him as one of our main vendors for our sterling silver has been a great experience, because we know that he's doing the right things with the money that we're giving him for our products. He said, you know, you trust me, I trust you. He said, you know, your family, business is family now. We've met his family, we've met his parents, who don't speak any English, and we just kind of wave and say hi. And it's just been a very, very powerful experience for us to connect in with somebody like that and know that we're making a difference.
Bali is such a special place because it's not just Neoman, this is our vendor, it's not just him that feels this way about business and family, it's just a part of their culture. So it's been very easy and rewarding to do business there, because so many people are warm and trusting, and they want to, they want to keep that trust open on both ends.
We have a woman named Ayu who we get our scarves from. It was beautiful, handmade cotton scarves. They're very soft, wonderful patterns and colors, one of our top sellers. And she was pregnant on the second trip that we took last fall. And we did a lot of business with her because her scarves sell so well, so we were really excited to go back and buy a lot more. And she and her husband invited us to their home in a very tiny village, and they have a 2-year-old daughter, Putu, and we spent the whole afternoon and evening with them at their home, and we took a walk through their village and met their neighbors, and they took us to a little night market where everyone goes to do their shopping and kind of socializing, and not touristy at all. We were you know, the only non-locals there, and they bought us food and just were so hospitable and so warm. And it's been wonderful to continue to support them and place orders with them and keep in touch with them. She had a little girl, her second little girl, in January. And we're friends with them.
We are, and we're not a huge company. It's not like we're, you know, supporting their family by doing business with them. They didn't have to do these things. They wanted to. They wanted to bring us to their home. They wanted to show us around and introduce us to people. Yeah, and hopefully, you know, we'll be bigger one day, but, you know, as of now,
I think they see we've already done enough business with them that they can see that it's going to be a very valuable partnership.
She's so excited for us, you know. We've met her a couple times, and she's just so excited to see us. And
her husband follows us on Facebook,
and
likes things, and
they're just really genuinely interested in us personally and their business. It's very rewarding. Bronte is a shop owner, and she has a small little storefront in Ubud, Bali, and she works probably 7 days a week.
So definitely, yeah.
And it's, I think, her and maybe her sister.
Mm-hmm.
It's her and her sister, and yeah, they just work so hard. And so when we're able to place an order with her, that just, that allows her and her sister to just, enjoy more of life, just kind of relax and, not feel like they have to fight so hard to get more business.
Bali is really tricky because they just rely so heavily on tourism. And if it's an off season or tourism has really plummeted since 2005 when there was some terrorist, incidents, and we've heard some struggles from a lot of people that we work with about how their businesses just kind of collapse. When Ronti, sits in her shop all day long, crossing her fingers, begging for a few tourists to pop in and buy a few dresses or a few things. She does textiles, so there's a lot of different kinds of products in there. And then we walk in, and she just lights up, and she's just so proud. She was so proud to show us where she was at. She said, "I've got all of these done. I've got these colors done. I've got these ones done." And she worked really hard for us that week, but we knew with her sharing how financially that had affected her, that our purchase had affected her. We knew that pressure was going to be off of her for at least a few weeks. That she wasn't going to have to be so desperately counting on that money to come in for her to just buy food and support her family. The driver that we use, he also has a shop, a little leather shop that we've gotten some products from, and he works 3 jobs. His wife runs the shop mostly, and he does driving, and they also do some farm work. And
they have 2 kids that they're supporting and trying to send to school, and they work so hard. Their culture is so rich and so special, and building these relationships has just been so incredibly rewarding, and that's just so natural for them. That's just how they live, how they live life. So it's very special to us, but to them it's just how they live. Mm-hmm. So just the talent and the generosity and it's just a beautiful culture, very rich.
I don't think that a lot of them would necessarily understand the concept of bigger corporations or a Walmart or something like that. I mean, it's just, everything is so, there's a lot of places we go to, a lot of villages are very rural, everything is very small, the families are just very closely intertwined, neighbors are intertwined, lives are intertwined. Everyone lives together. There's a lot of what we call compounds, and or they call compounds, where it's extended families living together, so everyone's doing their part. Like working these, few jobs or whatever, to kind of support one another. And I think, kind of just sharing that in addition to the artistry and the culture, where they're coming from with making these products. The majority of the culture, or the people over there, are Hindu. So there's a lot of spirituality. They do offerings several times a day. We've learned some just really fascinating things about their culture. Every time we're over there, we're just like sponges. We're so hungry, asking questions about their traditions.